And we're live.
Hey,
What up, everybody? Welcome to the Three and a Half Men podcast, also presented by Locked In Wrestling. As you
yeah,
guys don't know, we have uploaded some gaming content to our channel. Go check that out. Um, we're really hoping to get some views on it. It's amazing. Go check it out. Prince, what do you want to talk about?
dude, I want to talk about Jay versus Gunther.
Yeah,
Now,
that seems to be a topic on everybody's mind. The what I've been seeing on the internet, not good things, but also give less of a shit what the internet thinks. Um, but I only care about what we think on the podcast and what our viewers think. So, what about Jay and Gunther? Do you think like what's your opinion on Jay and Gunther?
now Jay and Gunther is one of the slowest slow burns I have ever seen in a very long time. I'm going back and forth on this. I feel something for it, then I feel like is this are they not doing enough? When I go back to rewatch old footage of Jay and Gunther, I think this has been a very slow burn in the sense of this is Gunther actually winning the whole thing in my head because he's getting in the head of Jay. Jay's messing up. He's messing up moves that he's hit for what 15 years, and now he's messing up. There's something going on here. There's gonna be a big payoff, but I'm still tossed between whether it's a big payoff or whether it's going to be a not so good payoff. And I'm hoping I'm wrong here because Jay and Gunther has a lot for me going on. You know, you got Jay on one side, the underdog, the man that a lot of people may think he will win, may think he won't win. Then you got Gunther, one of the biggest powerhouses of today, the dominant force. There's a bigger chance of him retaining that championship. Gunther's doing a hell of a job getting inside the head of Jay. Jay's doing a great job showing Gunther why he's in his head.
Mm-hmm. Um, that I really do think Jay is doubting himself, but here's the thing. Where have we seen something like this before? Where perfect example, Brian Danielson. Everyone was doubting him. He was doubting himself. Then he started doing the yes chants, the yesamania. This is Yeetamania. This is Yeetamania right now. Jey
Yeah.
Uso, I now this is just me. Don't get mad when you're watching this, but I think Jay's botches have all been part of this storyline. I feel like these guys are such good actors and such good wrestlers that they can botch and still make it look like they can make it look like they botched, but in reality, we're only seeing the outside of it.
See, but the thing to me, right? That to me, so let's be real. In my opinion, that wasn't a boss. That was Gunther saying, yo,
Yeah,
saying,
Gunther's.
I'm
Yeah.
in your head. I can do what I want. I can come out here and choke you out. And you're going to keep messing up every time you come out here. Look what happened this past week. You fucked up, right? So that goes along with what I'm saying. There's no bots at all. No bots. This is Gunther playing head games. And Jay is allowing Gunther to get in his head. Jay is not focused. But who's going to bring that focus back? I say Jimmy. Jimmy's gonna be the one to bring it back. Watch next week. Jimmy and Gunther in a match. This is where Jay's gonna be like, you know what? If my brother can do it, I'm gonna be able to do it. I got this. I'm standing on business. I'm gonna say this with my chest. I'm taking that championship and I'm taking Gunther out come WrestleMania.
Do
That's
you
where the fight is gonna be. The fight is gonna rely on Jimmy taking out Gunther next Monday, so that way Jay can be like, "Listen, I got this. If my brother can take him out, I got this." That's what this is.
do you think Gunther gets to the point in the match where he's like, "Oh shit, I might need some help," and calls, and Ludwig Kaiser comes out to help Gunther, and um, Gunther still wins, but Jimmy beat him or got him to the point where he needed help to win, and that's
Are we
where I
talking
think
about for, are we
what
talking about for Monday?
yes.
Okay.
So Jimmy and him are going neck and neck. This match has been really good so far. Then Ludwig Kaiser comes out to help Gunther because Gunther doesn't think he can beat Jimmy on his own because Jimmy's just this is like you know what I mean,
Hmm.
and like Big Brother Jimmy. And then this is how you start building up that they're both going to be in each other's corners for Mania. Because I feel like Jimmy's gonna get not an Intercontinental Championship match, but a U.S. title match,
I hope he
and
gets that U.S. title shot. Really.
and I don't know. I feel like somehow, some way, it's just gonna or shock of the century. Jimmy wins, and then it's I would you know I I never thought about this, but what if this is a big what if. He puts the title on the line, and then it's Jimmy versus Jay for the world title at Mania.
That is a massive whatever. I got something for you. I got something for you. So we got sorry. So we got 24 days until Mania. What if we start seeing the tides turn? What if we start seeing Jay getting up there? He's getting his confidence back. He's getting that boost, right? And then he starts getting in the head of Gunther, leading up to Mania. We got a few weeks left. I think this is perfect. This is a whole back and forth, the slowest slow burn that we've ever seen as wrestling fans. And now Jay's the one on top, shitting on Gunther, coming out, distracting Gunther, making Gunther make mistakes, and boom, WrestleMania comes. Who's on top? Yeet.
I like that.
I think
I
we
like
need to
that.
do something like that. Listen, right now, say everybody can say what they want, but bro, this is completely one-sided. As of right now, Gunther's going over. The only way I think we could save this is by giving Jay the next few weeks to do the same thing what Gunther's been doing to Jay all this time. I think this is a perfect blend of back and forth. Right now, it's Goliath stomping on David. Like, yo, y'all going down, bro. You ain't winning shit. You ain't winning this championship. I got this. And now Jay comes out. I mean, then next week happens. Jimmy beats Gunther. And then Jay starts coming out the next few weeks talking about how Jimmy beat him and how he's going to beat him and take that championship. And then Gunther starts fucking up. Gunther gets in his own head because he allowed Jay to get in his head.
Well, no,
This is
because he
perfect.
lost to
It breaks
Jimmy.
itself.
He lost to Jimmy. This loss to Jimmy will eventually make him spiral.
Exactly. So let me ask you this real quick. Final thoughts leading up to Mania. As of right now, with everything we got going on, who's your pick to win? Is it Gunther or Jay?
I if in the end Jey Uso smartens up, gets his bearings back, Jey Uso will be champion.
I agree
Will it be
100%.
main event? Will it be main event? No.
I'd want
But
that to be a main event match, honestly.
but yeah, Jay's walking out champion.
As of right now, the build is going to for me is going towards Gunther. But I will say this: I will not be surprised if the underdog comes up on top and takes him out and takes that championship. Right now, Gunther, because Jay's in his head, right? So I'm going with Gunther. Let's see what the next few weeks will lead up to. I hope before we move on, I hope that we do get this Jay getting on top and getting in the head of Gunther because this is perfect. Look at the amount of time we had of Gunther getting in the head of Jay. And now it's Jay's turn. And it all starts next week with Jimmy beating Gunther.
Think about it. This is exactly what happened with, in a different way though. Gunther as Triple H and Jay as Brian Danielson.
Yep. Prime example.
And because when Triple H was like, "Oh, you're a B plus player," getting up in his head, he was getting in his head, and then Brian Danielson pulled out this yes movement, and boom, immediately switched the tides.
Before
This
we move
is
on,
oh
there's one thing I want to say. I saw a video recently on
mhm.
I forget who it was, but they were talking about Jay. Uh, they asked the question, "Is Jay any good? And did he become better because of the Yeet movement or whatever it was?" In my opinion, he was great before that, but that Yeet movement just threw him over the top rope and was like, "Yo, here we are, we're here." You know. So in my opinion, I think Jay's always been great. And just that Yeet movement just made him that much more of a primetime player. And look at Daniel Bryan with the Yes movement, prime example. You know. So I just wanted to bring that up, just to bring it up. The next thing we could talk about, the next thing we could talk about is Rhea, Bianca, and Io Sky. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I think we're having technical difficulties.
Mute and then unmute. Go ahead and
What
talk.
happened?
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, we're back. We're back. All right. Sorry, everyone. Technical difficulties.
So, Bianca, Rhea, and Io Sky. This has
Yes.
been a perfect. This has been this. This is the definition of a perfect build. You got the champion on one side, which is being completely ignored. It's basically a battle between Rhea and Bianca, who's the baddest woman of them all. And Io's right there. Yo, hello, I'm the champion. Like you guys are completely ignoring me. I'm the champ going into this. Where's my heat? You know, and the thing is, what Io is that she's putting her foot down. She's getting sick and tired of this bullshit. I love Io. I'm all for Io winning. Listen, I don't care who wins this. Actually, let me rephrase it. I don't care who wins this match. I just want to see three of the baddest women in WWE tear each other apart. And listen, let me tell you, Io Sky is another completely amazing underdog in this story. Let me tell you, this is awesome. She's the champ, and she's not getting the eye that every other champ got. Let me tell you, right now, the eyes are on Bianca and Rhea. Io's gonna come out on top and take everybody out and retain that championship.
I I don't think Io's walking away with the title. Um, but well, I don't know. I think this whole thing with Bianca on SmackDown is weird. Not gonna lie to you. Uh,
Hmm.
I kind of wish they would have switched it up a little bit and had Bianca on SmackDown and Charlotte on Raw. I wish Charlotte would have went after Rhea instead. Um, I don't like this. I honestly I don't like Bianca at all. I'm not a big fan of Bianca. Um,
She's the female John Cena,
I yeah,
and to
but
an extent, to an extent, to an extent.
I just
You gotta admit, this match is gonna be fire, bro. Whether
oh
anyone likes
yeah,
Bianca or
no,
not,
no,
this
no,
is
no, no.
gonna be a banger of a match.
I'm not taking away from that Bianca's good. I just don't like her. I I don't like. I wish she would turn heel. Personally, that's just me. She got booed on Raw. Dude, it's I don't know, man. It's just I don't I feel like if she turned heel, okay, I think in this feud, I don't know, man. She's just being treated like the heel. Rhea's been treated as a babyface. Io's treated as a babyface. It's just like
Io's always been Io is the most underrated babyface in this match.
she's a
Right now,
tweener.
this is more of a Bianca versus Rhea,
That's
with
what's
Io's guy
pissing me
being the
off.
third wheel. That's
That's
all
what's
it really is.
that's what's making me mad. But Io is gonna find a way to make herself look like a third person in the match, not just. But again, I don't like Bianca. I love Io, love Rhea.
Who doesn't love mommy? Mommy's always on top.
That's just facts. Prince.
Mm.
Now that we got that, I don't like. I like I said, I don't like the fact that Bianca is in two different storylines on two different shows. It's a little oversaturated. It's not. That's just. I think all of her emotional being should be on SmackDown with this storyline with Bianca or Jade and Naomi because she is well. She's not really like a factor in this, but she's just in the middle of them two. So you know what I mean?
Hmm.
But
You're talking about with the Naomi and Jay Cargill situation.
yeah,
She's more of a third wheel in that situation.
yeah. So it's like there's two third wheels in the situation. Like I don't know. It feels like the feud with Bianca and Rhea is just so much more than Naomi and Jade.
With Naomi and Jade and Bianca, that's more of a best friend type of situation beef. You know, it's like, well, I was tag team champions with her before you came into the picture, right? It's three friends bickering who did what to who.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas Rhea, Io, and Bianca, there's more of a real serious tone to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're fighting over gold. They're fighting over dominance. Io is in the middle. She's like the little sister, right in between two big sisters.
Yeah.
She's right there. Yo, hello. I'm the champion. Neither of you guys are. You guys are trying to fight me and take my championship away. But now you two are over here fighting each other like I don't fucking exist.
Right. That's what I'm saying, dude. She's getting little
I'd say,
brother in the
you know what?
situation
Take Bianca out of SmackDown completely. Keep this beef, Naomi and Jade.
between them
Keep
two.
Bianca on Monday Night Raw, like you said.
Turn her heel and put her on Monday Night Raw. Or
I think
have her attack Jade on SmackDown and then go to Raw.
nah. Have her attack Naomi.
But
Have her
Naomi's
attack
the
Naomi.
heel.
Because if you remember when Jade came back, Bianca and Naomi were in the ring. Bianca went up to the entrance, and then Jade's music hit.
Hmm.
Bianca was like, there you go, take her." So have Bianca stomp out Naomi. Then Jade comes out, giving her peace, and Naomi's laid out on the ground, all to get back up next week and call Jade out for a match. Naomi can be like, "Oh, you know what? Bianca did what she
That'll make her
did,"
more of a
or
baby face.
huh?
That'll make Rhea or Bianca more of a baby face
How do you figure?
because Naomi's a heel.
I Then keep it like that. Keep Bianca as a baby face, and I mean, oh my god, now you just made me lose my whole train of thought.
It's okay. It's okay. We need to move on to the next segment.
No,
Um
real quick. Naomi is a baby face. Bianca stays baby face and goes over to Raw, and it's Jade and Naomi. Jade would be the heel in this situation because she's so pissed off with what happened. There you go.
that's but that's not a reason to be a heel. That's more of a reason for the crowd to cheer for you because you did.
Yeah, I don't know. I lost my whole train of thought on everything, buddy. I was trying to get it back and I lost it completely.
That's all good. Um, but what? Quick, take a quick 5 minutes and say, and what? Who do you see challenging Lyra Valkyria leading up to Mania? Well, in on Mania for the Intercontinental Championship for the women's.
For Lyra, now
Now she just beat Raquel,
Raquel this past week.
which I honestly could have thought Raquel would have taken it. I'm not gonna lie to you, but
What, you did thought she was, or you didn't think she would?
I thought she could have.
There was a chance that she could have, of course.
Storyline purposes, yeah, I would have had her take it to the Judgment Day.
Fair enough.
And
Have all of Judgment Day. But the thing is, this Judgment Day is a former shell of themselves. This is a group of people trying to play emo, trying to play outsiders. And really, let's be real, the only great ones in Judgment Day is Dom, Carlito. Finn has taken a back seat a lot. Um, Liv is definitely an eye for Judgment Day.
yep,
But all in all, this is a wannabe emo group of a real faction that was once badass,
yeah,
and now it's
Edge.
becoming a joke. And now it's Judgment Day PG-13 style, and it's not even that serious.
They made Judgment Day seem like they wanted to be the Wyatt Six before they came, and
Yeah,
then the Wyatt Six became a thing.
the thing is with Judgment Day nowadays, like I said, Dom is the hottest one.
Well, he's a great heel.
He really is. He's
Him and
phenomenal.
Liv, him and Liv are the top members right now. It sucks that I'm saying that, but Finn
But
is
it's also true though. If you actually look at it, who really is the hottest in Judgment Day? Liv and Dom. Now, Liv and Dom are so hot they could branch off. They could leave Judgment Day in the dust. Judgment Day today ain't shit without Liv and Dom. There's no need for it. There's not. Don't get me wrong. JD is awesome. Finn is great. Carlito, I was always a fan of Carlito. But Finn Balor,
JD
the
makes me
main one,
wonder.
hasn't done jack shit. He's taken loss after loss. He has no win, no nothing. Where the hell? When is his come up? When will
Uh,
Finn Balor get that come up?
I think when they get this new member, I think Finn's gonna break off and maybe win a title.
So do you think we'll get? So remember when Judgment Day was formed with
Hmm.
Edge, Damien, and Rhea, right?
Hmm.
Remember when they brought Finn in and they took Edge out that same night? Are we gonna have something like that? Are we gonna have that repeat? I say yes, we are. And Finn's gonna be the one targeted because he he's been having a shitty run. And it's about time that he goes solo. Again, get repackaged, do something different for him.
Beat
Let
the
him get
Judgment
those
Day.
wins. Huh?
Go Demon. Beat the Judgment Day. JD. Um, maybe him and JD make a tag team.
I don't want to see Finn. Nothing against the tag team division, because let's face it, the tag team division is fire. I want to see Finn in a singles run. Just him. Just him. Can we get that back?
Maybe him making maybe winning the IC title.
Perfect. Fucking perfect. Yes, this is how you get that man back on top. Have him take out Braun Breaker for the IC title. That's freaking
Agree.
awesome, man.
Or we'll I think Penta's gonna win the ladder match if we have one at Mania for the
If we have
IC
a ladder
title.
match at Mania, Penta's definitely winning, hands down.
He's gonna do a Canadian destroyer off the top of the ladder and not break someone's ankle.
Don't, don't get me excited for those high spots.
Um,
Hold on, no, you know what those words do to me. Don't get me hot and heavy if you ain't gonna fucking do anything about it. Don't say ladder match. Don't say hot spot. Don't say Penta doing a Canadian destroyer if it's not gonna happen. Don't do it.
he's done it before.
I know, but I'm saying I want to see that at Mania. I know he's done it before, but I want to see it again at Mania.
That'd be nuts if he does.
That'd be
Um,
awesome.
well, speaking of Penta, let's talk about Penta and Braun. I want to see that one on one again, but damn, dude, I think Braun's gonna be a world champion.
Yeah, he is. He's got world champion written all over him. When you see
See,
this man, you see how he's holding that championship up. Friggin' phenomenal. Forget about it.
at first when he was a babyface in NXT, he was pretty awful.
See, I never watched his NXT run. Was it really that bad?
It was pretty bad. Like him as a baby face was really bad. But then they turned him heel, and then holy fucking shit! Like, dude, I there was a complete difference from that Braun Breaker to what we have now. Is like
Hmm.
15 times different, maybe 100 times different, dude. Like his first baby face run was so bad. Like he was awful. Not in the ring because he
But
does
just
the
as
same.
a baby face.
Well, he also didn't have that killer mentality of absolutely destroying somebody with a fucking like
Not
his like his spear wasn't. as good as it is now.
Yeah, that's dude. Nobody. I don't care who you are. Nobody can hit a spear like that, bro. I've
And
seen some deadly spears throughout my lifetime of watching wrestling. Right? Nobody has a hard hitting spear like Braun Breaker, bro. I'd rather get speared by Roman. I'd rather get speared by Rhino.
I
Give
was about
any
to
of those
say,
guys to spear me,
I was
not
about to
Braun
say,
Breaker.
are we saying that he is the best spear of
Yeah,
all
yeah.
time?
Yes, the hell I am. Yes, the hell I am. That force, that power, when he hits you, he doesn't just hit you, he goes right through you. That man will dominate anybody when he hits that spear. Oh, that power is so, oh my God, it's so unmatched.
It's
Name one other person that can hit the spear and make it look so deadly. Listen,
I
hold on,
personally,
before you say that, there has been a lot of great spears throughout the history. No one has more of a powerful spear than Braun Breaker.
I cannot say I. Ooh, this is rough for me to say because I love Rhino, and I think the Gore and Braun Breaker's spear are like
They're
this.
the closest to each other more than anybody else. I agree with that statement 100%.
I
But
will
bro,
say, it kind
but
of
bro,
makes
that
me think.
speed that Braun gives is unmatched.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like that's why it brings it up here. And like it's like this, dude. It's like how can you hit the ropes so fucking fast and not break someone's rib?
Bro, when he speared what's the the influencer's name that went into the Rumble? I show
Rush.
speed. I felt, dude, bro, I saw his soul leave his body, and I think I saw a few ribs fly out of him also. You see how skinny that kid is? How the hell are you gonna put him? How are you gonna spare him? You're gonna kill the guy.
He bent him, dude. He bent him in half.
Yeah.
Literally, the dude like fucking
We were like, Phew! Like, damn,
no,
like,
dude.
shit.
Literally bobbled.
Dude, I couldn't. My mind was blown. Like I felt I wanted to cry for I Show Speed. I'm like, bro, say it ain't so. Don't kill the kid. Like, dude, it
Dude,
was wild, man. And yes, I will stand on this. I will say it with my chest. Hold on, let me say it with my chest.
wait, wait.
Ron Breaker Spear is better than anyone in WWE or anyone in the wrestling world. There we go. Said it with my chest.
Your chest definitely spoke, and I think
Yeah.
everybody heard
What's up,
that.
buddy? Yeah. 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 Rawr.
Um,
Rawr.
that Punk promo.
He's again working with children. Oh my god.
What,
Dude, when he said that, I fucking freaked. I'm like, fucking awesome, bro. Fucking Punk.
dude?
Only
I'm
Punk can
old.
be
I'm
the one to
tired, and
get
I
away
work
with
with
that,
fucking children.
dude. But it was, and it's funny too, because wrestlers can say certain things and say it with a type of tone where it's like when he hit that line in AEW, you felt that aggravation in him, right? Now, when he said it here in WWE, you felt how annoyed he was. He was pissed off with AEW, rightly so. This is more of him being annoyed than pissed off, in my opinion.
Right.
Let me tell you, this is another thing that's shaping up to be bigger and badder than ever. I swear to God, WrestleMania this year is stacked. We got such a great build to everything. But I, three of the biggest names: Punk, Roman, and Seth. Like, bro, that's cinema right there. You got our tribal chief. You got the GOAT, Roman. I acknowledge our tribal chief. Then you got the Second City Saint, the straight edge CM Punk. Then you got the visionary, the revolutionary Seth freaking Rollins. Dude, this story writes itself. You got three of the best names going head to head. And each week, every time they come out, it's just fire. Look what happened last week. Look what's gonna happen this week. This week I can't wait for. Can't wait to see what happens at the contract signing. Who says what? Is anyone gonna say anything? Or are they just gonna tear each other apart? This has been awesome. Everything leading up to Mania is golden. It really is.
Now I do want to now the Punk promo. Um, yeah, he did. He brought both of them in the business. He did.
Hmm.
That's the whole reason the Shield debuted on the main roster was in a Punk match.
Yeah, Survivor Series, I believe it was.
We looked it up the
2014.
other day.
Yeah, it was Survivor Series 2014, right?
2013.
2013, 2013.
Uh, Punk. It's nothing about the Punk promo. I want to know what the favor is. I am dying to know what the fucking favor is. Now Kyle who's not with us today, he's taking care of the wifey poo. Um he mentioned that it could be that this match is the main event of night 1. Or who or if Punk wins, he inserts himself or he gets himself inserted by Paul Heyman into a championship match of his choice.
If I was Punk, I'm going after a championship match.
Or I thought about this. Me. What if now I put all three of these notes and I'm talking about all three of these notes in the same fucking day. Is Paul Heyman cooking something up in this feud? Is there a possibility that the wise man could turn on Roman Reigns? Is it a possibility that the original Paul Heyman, one of the original Paul Heyman guys, could be turned on by Paul Heyman? Could he join up with Seth freaking Rollins? Is there a possibility of this? What do you think about what do you think what's Paul Heyman cooking up? What do you think?
I think Paul Heyman got something in his back pocket. I think what it's gonna be is he's gonna turn on Roman. He's got Roman, yo, I got your back, I got your back. He's telling Punk, I got your back, I got your back. In reality, he's got nobody's back. He's in it for himself. And I think in one way or another, without realizing it, he's gonna help Seth win the whole thing. He's gonna cost somebody in that match. That person that he crosses, that he doesn't end up crossing, ends up winning the match. Let's say, I'll give you an example. Let's say he screws over Roman, right?
Mhm.
Everyone thinks he's there for Punk. No, he's not. He's actually there for Rollins to win. Everyone's thinking, is he gonna go for Roman? Is he gonna go for Punk? Nobody's bringing up the fact that he could possibly side with Seth, or he could say, forget all you guys. I'm not helping any of you guys. But that favor gets saved for a championship match.
Because he still owes Punk a favor.
Yes. And he gets
By the way, once this
ooh,
recording
what if he gets what if he loses that triple threat match and he tells and he tells Heyman, "Yo, put me in the match with Cena and Cody." Come on, bro. Come on.
Summer Punk,
Punk, Cody, Cena.
and then he loses or he wins.
No, he wins. He wins.
Punk
That would
wins.
be. This would be what? Oh wait, no, I just fucked myself
I
over on
think
that one.
Cena would win. Honestly, Cena's winning this whole feud. But
Yeah. So Punk gets the favor. He's interjected in this title match, but him and Cody does lose, and Cena goes over being the 17-time world champ. So yes, there we go.
Prince,
Yo,
in a minute, it'll be 42 minutes that we've been recording. So pack up some of this and we'll do a 420 hit.
hell yeah!
You got literally a minute.
All right.
This was my plan I said I got from earlier.
Oh, okay.
This is the idea.
I like it. I like it.
And yes, every podcast that is just me and Prince, we will be doing this. 30 seconds.
Time.
All right, everybody. If you have it, cheers up to wrestling. All right.
Tell
I
me what
have
I'm telling lies.
I have seen people do that on YouTube before for videos. So this is allowed. Um
420. Iced coffee. Pack of cigarettes. I'm
speaking of
happy.
420, WrestleMania Day is on 420. I will be with Prince. Not only that I have an idea for Prince, but I will tell him later. Um, I hope we can record some reactions for you guys for the channel. Um, is a possibility, but um, I do finish. I want to finish talking about this Paul Heyman thing. Um, dude, I really do think there's a whole possibility of Paul Heyman just saying "fuck you" to Roman, "fuck you" to Punk, and just joining up with Seth.
It's something out of the ordinary, something that a lot of fans would not expect to see. The thing is,
That's because that's well, nobody saw Cena heel turn coming.
listen, if Cena, listen, real quick, I got to say this one thing. If we're living in a day and age where Cena turned heel, after that happened, now you know what? I give up on wrestling because anything and everything
It's
can happen.
possible.
There's a possibility for a lot of stuff. This Seth and Paul Heyman team up could be a big possibility. Never say never in the world of professional wrestling. You don't
Well,
know what what the next 24 hours is gonna bring for professional wrestling. We don't. We could say right now, Paul Heyman is gonna screw Roman and Punk over so that way he teams up with Seth. But in reality, what could go on is he screws Roman over and just sides with Punk. You never know in the world of professional wrestling. And that's the fascinating thing about it. No matter how many spoilers there are, you never know until that day of the show, at least in my opinion. And
hey
as a
Prince,
wrestling
mute
fan,
and
it's gonna
remute.
be, huh?
Mute and unmute.
What technical difficulties again?
All right, you're back. Oh wait, never
But
mind. You're not back.
how about now?
Yep, you're back. Cool.
In the world of professional wrestling, never say never. You don't know what we're gonna get. You know, there's times where we could be like, oh, we're getting this, and we get it, but it just happens for someone else.
As my good friend, as my good friend Joe Beisler would always say, you never know what to expect in the wacky world of pro wrestling.
And like my good friend Forrest Gump says, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Yeah, buddy.
Um, now I know we've talked. Now we brought up Mr. Cena. Let's talk about how he's been doing as a heel. There's certain things that I've noticed in the past couple of weeks, like his promos. In his promos, I did notice that he had a goosebumps the entire fucking promo.
Mhm.
He was paler than a ghost. Um, Not only that, but I saw something on Twitter where I saw he was crying during his promo his first promo as heel
Yeah,
because
I
like
think I saw a little twinkle in his eye.
I don't know if it's because he actually meant everything he said or he legitimately cares and he's doing this because it's what's best for business.
I, I think this is what's best for John. Forget the business. He's done what's best for business over 20 years.
But
He's been bent over backwards. He did everything for the fans. He did everything for WWE. This is John Cena's time. This is his last time. This isn't about the business. This isn't about the fans. This is about John Cena and what John Cena can do for John Cena. He's done everything he could for the fans, for the company, for the industry. Now it's his time. Now it's time for him to go up on top and retire in his own way. He's gonna retire. He's gonna, like he said this past Monday, I'm taking that championship home, and none of you guys are gonna have shit. This is about him and what he deserves. And what he deserves is to go out on top on his terms. And if his terms is taking that championship and going home with it, CM Punk did it. Why can't Cena do it? Cena's gonna do it bigger and better because this is one person we never ever thought would have ever turned heel. I thought Hal would have froze over first before seeing Cena turn heel. Hal
Hell did
technically did
freeze
froze over
over.
last year when Punk came back, but Hal froze over even more with Cena turning heel.
Did you see the speaking of hell freezing over, did you see the video of Punk hugging Triple H and Triple H bringing his head in and giving him a little tap on the head?
Yeah, yeah,
How wholesome, right?
too very wholesome, very
Like,
sweet.
okay, those two men, I'm sorry to go off topic, but those two men fucking hated each other for years. For years. And then they do something like that backstage, and then you're just like, how did these two hate each other?
And
Like,
it's funny too because you see where like the difference of like 10 years will make in professional wrestling.
agreed. Like,
And the thing is, this a lot of this stuff is not forced. A wrestling fan will know what's forced and what's not. It was no force in that whatsoever. This was straight up genuine real life feelings bleeding into a real life show for the
because
whole world to see.
what people don't realize, these people put their bodies on the line. These people put their feelings on the line. So, Seth Rollins could go fucking nuts the next day, and
Yeah,
everyone would, and like, and people would be like, "Oh, he's just this, he's just that." No, it's wrestling. Wrestling puts a toll on you. I've noticed. I have friends. Indies. I have friends that are probably going to be in a wheelchair by fucking 35, 40. Like, these people do care about what people think. And that's not just because, and mm, I've had real conversations with some of these guys. Like, they care about what people think. It's not just it these wrestlers actually do care what you think. If you send death threats to them, they're going to care. They're going to take action. It's
They're
not
all just
it's
people at the end of the day, man.
they're just normal people. I go up
That's it.
to if I saw John Cena on the street, right? And if he wasn't doing anything, I'd be like, "Hey, Mr. Cena, how you doing today? Nice to meet you. I'm a big fan." That's it. You don't go nuts. You don't yell, run up to them with your phone, asking them for a picture. You go up, you say, "Hey, Mister Blah blah blah," or "Hey, John," or like you know what I mean. Just something nice. Be
At
nice
the
to
end
them.
of the day, they're just people that deserve their peace and quiet. And when they're, in my opinion, when they're out and about, not in their wrestling gear, not nothing like that. When there's no wrestling show, nothing. When they're out and about, leave these people alone. Why do you listen? I get we're wrestling fans and we get excited. I respect that. We should get like that, but we also need to know boundaries. We have our boundaries, so don't these people. The only difference is they're in the limelight 24/7. We're not. Nobody cares about the fans. We care about the stars. We care so much that we hound these people and we forget that they're just people. They're just people just like us. They bleed like us. They cry like us. The only difference is that their wallet is a lot fatter than most of ours. Whereas
So
our waistline is fat, but their wallet is fat.
I have a story, if you don't mind. Um,
Mhm,
I drove for MLW. I loved working there. Very nice people. Um, I got to talk to Timothy Thatcher for a little bit. Um, just on a personal level, you know. Really got to talk to him. Really got to know him. Like he's a really good dude. Very genuine guy. He brought up wrestling. I didn't bring up wrestling at all. I just asked him because he looked like he injured his shoulder in the match. So I asked him, use your shoulder good. Um, but that's the only wrestling we talked. But we started talking about movies. We started talking about his family. Um, Sometimes he's away in Japan, like you know what I mean. He
mhm.
travels a lot for Noah. Um, I because I asked him, do you live whereabouts do you live? He said, well, I live in Japan sometimes in blah blah blah. Um, and um, then when we got to the thing, because I didn't get to talk to him at all at the show. I didn't know who because he looked so different. Um, and then he brought up a story, which I could tell the story here. That just imagine this, right? Just paint a picture in your brain, right? It's 10 in the morning at the performance center. You're fighting Matt Riddle in the pit, in the fight pit. Remember that match?
Yep.
Timothy versus Riddle? And just imagine 10 in the morning. You're seeing Matt Riddle fly down on you at full force. Just think about that.
Yeah, no.
I said, what's the most interesting thing you've ever done? And that's the story he brought up was the Matt Riddle thing. And I will forever be grateful for this Timothy Thatcher meeting because um just that like like I I have always been a mark. We're all marks.
Yeah.
But once you get to meet a wrestler on that level, you just it's just hey, like that's how I go up to any wrestler now. If I'm going to meet them, just like, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. It's not like I'm not gonna mark out in front of you. Except Prince was very funny when he met Rhea.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I mocked out like a son of a gun. Hell yeah.
he
Listen,
ended up
bro.
on the floor.
Before, before we get going, I do want to say this. I mock out a lot because it's more of an exciting feel, right? This is something I don't ever get to do. I never get that was my first that was actually no wait. That was my second or third, no, my second meet and greet. My second meet and greet throughout my whole time of ever going to wrestling shows. My first one, I got to meet Matt Hardy 20 years ago in Manchester, New Hampshire, at the Verizon Arena. That was when I first met my first wrestler, Matt
I didn't
Hardy.
know
It
that.
was awesome. My second wrestler was in Philly, and it was Rhea Bloody Ripley. Let me tell you, both times I mocked the fuck out because this is something I personally never get to do. Whenever wrestling comes around, I just stay home and watch it. When I have the chance to go to a show, best believe I'm taking that show. When I have a chance to do a meet and greet, best believe I'm going to do the meet and greet. And the only reason why I mock out so much is because I'm so excited. It's great being there. It's great being there in front of wrestlers that you grew up watching or grew up not caring about. Because at the end of the day, let's face it, we're all just wrestling fans, and it's great being a fan. Today, tomorrow, and the next day, the next year, it's gonna be even bigger and better. Wrestling as wrestling fans, we are always in for a treat. Now, with that said, we should respect these wrestlers when they're out and about, when they're with their family, when they're doing the family shit. Now, when they're
Even
at me, of course, run up to them, hey, yo, how you doing? Nice to meet you. I'm such a big fan. I love this match and all that. With that said, CJ, let these people know where to find you.
ah, you can find me on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and here. Um, trying to think of some episodes to record, so we'll be shooting that out shortly. Um, Also, make sure to subscribe to FT Productions and the into
Lock
um
in wrestling.
yes, I'm sorry, mind fart, brain fart.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, everybody.
You guys can catch me on TikTok at Prince is Dead. You can catch me on Instagram at Occam Prince. Until next time, remember, stay locked in. Yeah.
Peace.